Hello, and welcome to another episode of my Alpha Centauri Let's Play. This is Northstar. I hope you folks are all doing well. So I was getting a little tired, hungry, maybe with some alertness before 2136. No, this is the right save. You know, it should work if I cancel. There we go. Maybe I hit the wrong key. I ain't with my long COVID tired, but eating helped a bit. I guess this is a good time to talk a little bit about ideas. Been very focused on the micro of this civilization style game, but one of the things Alpha Centauri does well is present ideas, and suppose there hasn't been a lot of that yet because I'm still a frontier society. If I go into the social engineering view, which is where I can set tax rates, though the low efficiency of the peacekeepers means they can't really do anything like this. I could up psych. And do something like this efficiently, but it's a little early for that. Can't really benefit that much from golden ages yet. Economics are simple, and I have a frontier society at this point, where survival is the chief value. Makes sense. But eventually, democracy, planned economy, or a free market start to come in. You'll see the commentary on those in the game. There's quite a bit of it. Social commentary. Things like efficiency being affected. It's worth noting you really can't ever afford to be at -4 efficiency. So like police state plus planned economy will paralyze your economy. Just to give an example, that's basically a forbidden combination unless you are trying to go all in on a war. In certain cases, you might need it, but you won't get any tech growth whatsoever, and you'll have no energy income for facilities maintenance and such, or Russian things, so you have to have money stored up. Unless you're running cybernetic society, then you can do police state and planned economy. But anyways, or knowledge value, I suppose. Anyway, if you're not the peacekeepers, that you can't do police state as the peacekeepers anyways. But there's a lot of ways you can combine things. On a few combinations, they're essentially treated as forbidden combos in that they'll completely paralyze your economy, and many combinations are viable, and that's the point I wanted to make. There's descriptions of the different politics types here. Frontier politics represents the informal governing arrangements made in early colonies before populations reach levels requiring more advanced forms of government. Frontier politics provide no bonuses or penalties. Simple economics describes the informal ad hoc economy which develops in the early years of planetfall. Survival is, of course, the all-encompassing first priority of early human space colonies. Survival is a priority, provides no special bonuses or penalties. And then there's the far future societies. You'll see them as they go along. Anyhow. sense array here. No, for sure there's no mineworms anywhere through here. There's a tiny chance there could be some there. Or here. I'm going to send this Unity rover on to so it's here, which part I'm going to build a forest. I think I discussed that before. Forests provide a fixed 1 nutrient, 2 minerals, 2 energy. And with a tree farm, that gets up to 2, so they're very good tiles early, low tech. Especially if you have nutrient bonuses available. As well as gradually crowding out fungus. That said, I'm actually going to get this road done first, I think. No, that's dumb. Why would I do the road first? I could do the forest first. Oh, because if I need to pull these formers back because my worms appear. Nah. Plus, if some things here want to be. Yeah. Sorry, I'm considering different things. A forest here will gradually replace the fungus, but it takes a while still, so. Roads. Of course, you know, the return on investment of a single tree. Yeah, I'll do it. Cannot be underestimated. This will gradually. I'll be glad I did it later. About to finish that sensor array. So. Isn't that? Oh, done. Yeah, now I can see for sure there's no mineworms in any of this fungus. I haven't sent a scout patrol in. Of course, going in can spawn one, but. It's a fine place for the scout patrol to actually hang out to protect the former from mineworms in this direction without being on the same tile. Is it? Since they can't come from here without the sensor array spying them. Well, no, they could come from this tile, I suppose. They have to go boom. One of these. Now it's protected and it won't even suffer collateral damage if my worm tries to reach the form. Cool. Road here.
Turn complete. Turn complete. Turn complete.
So I won't get notifications about where to move this rover later. Of course, I'll build a road here, but this form I'll send it back now that the sensor array's done. What do you think of that?
Request confirmation. Production complete.
Starting still work on a colony pod to the defense command. Here I'll get a road built. Now allow these formers to go out here. Fewer turns, and even maybe go here to build a road mine in advance of base. Maybe in this flat moist area. Be in range there. Also be further this way. If there's a faction here, I'll want to claim territory in this direction. Let's also arrange this rolling moist tile there. It's rainy. Yeah, actually, maybe I want to put a base here. Then I can work this nutrient bonus instead of the HQ. Yeah, that's smarter. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of vocalize my thought process for you guys, so you'll have some idea what I'm thinking and doing, not just watch me poke around at this stuff. So during my break, I looked up something. I'm trying to remember exactly. Oh, I was looking up stuff about cutscenes of this game. I came across somebody's quote, which was this utter nonsense by Henry J. Morgenthau Jr. in 1941, claiming FDR had spent all this money on the New Deal and unemployment was just as great as when we began. It's actually an outright lie, because FDR began in 1932 with the New Deal. In 41, unemployment was very much lower than 32. And what's more, it had bounced back 37, 38 quite a bit and then went and was falling again. So the spending helped it to fall more quickly from that crash. The crash is probably due to the business cycle, which is one of the reasons free markets can suck, because every 4 to 7 years, like clockwork, free markets have a crash. The 37-38 crash was actually a little behind schedule in that there was a 29 crash. It was 8 years instead of 4 to 7 till the next crash. So the New Deal may have prolonged the next crash, prevented it from happening as quickly, but crashes happen periodically under capitalism. It's funny because Marx predicted this work in the 1800s, and by this point we have over 150 years of data. So economists can say with 100% certainty that the business cycle, which Marx predicted, is a real thing, and every 4 or 7 years there is a recession. In fact, this number of years was determined by analyzing the data. It's not something that Marx ever said. He just said there would be this cycle, and then it was found to be true from economic data. It's just funny that someone can play this game, which encourages you to consider questions of capitalism, socialism, and then put something like that in their signature. It just seems very ignorant. Someone would do such a thing. Wow. It is 4 turns to build the road there. It's a long time. Flat, rainy. Rolling, rainy. Cool. Yep. Based on this, I'm going to have probably this farmer come back here and try and do farm in mind to the southwest of the headquarters, so I can get another 2 food, 2 mineral, 2 food, 2 mineral tile. It's the only one that can be reached in a single turn. 1 in 3 chance of it. This former roads built before help with that already. So can that tile, which eventually can get a farm mine, become 2 nutrients, 1 mineral, 1 energy. Not a terrible tile. Good for early pop growth until I do forests more later. Movement failure. Oh well. I'm not sure if I... Yeah, I'm just gonna double formers in this, even though it's less efficient form returns. Because even HQ is already growing. And so losing time on that production, the extra mineral, which is quite significant. Real opportunity cost to it. All right. is going to probably build a forest where it's safe and can't be attacked. I mean, start semi-scout patrols elsewhere. At least it can't be attacked immediately. So I got scout patrol on the former, scout patrol on the defense command, and the other ones can range a little further afield now. Looking for mine worms before they reach my bases, or more unipods. Boom.
Turn complete.
Cool. All my bases are about to grow. Every last one. Another thing about the eco damage formula, by the way, when you work a tile like a farm, it creates more ecological damage than if it's not being worked. Any terraforming, including roads and tiles being worked versus not. Working a tile makes terraforming stuff create more. There is a threshold. It'll be a while before I reach the threshold of actually causing ecological damage. Population economy is so small. Population doesn't directly cause eco damage, but it leads to minerals, which do. It's minerals and terraforming that drive ecological damage in this game, and as my economy grows, my industry grows, there will be more and more ecological damage, which will have consequences you guys will see. Unity pod. Gone, so I hadn't seen any more of them. Of course, there's still exploration to do. Go there. Darn, they had 2/3 chance, but they failed. They had made it there. I mean, maybe next turn, but basically with argument convoy after scout patrol. The lead one providing a path through the fungus that'll help me push east quicker. Let's get started on a forest. Could build a road, actually. Help with attacking if mine worm comes out of this fungus. Allow me to build a forest here quicker than there. Which you could just go here, get a road. Versus rushing units. defend the sensor array or hit my worms become visible around here. Yeah, I'll do it. Especially when I'm gonna have rovers before too long. Although could do a farm mine here, but that would just lead to one nutrient, two mineral. Yeah, forest is better. This is gonna grow, yeah. Am I saying I'll do a forest? Losing production if I delay it. Probably overinvested in defense already. Hmm. Let's get a road there. This will help with getting a colony pod further this way quicker too. Because in one turn I can get a colony pod there, 2 turns there. We normally take 3. Or could go boom, boom. 2, but with a chance of failure. Make a road over here. Is this tile sooner, maybe? Or one. It's there. Is it 1, 2, 3, 1? Yeah, and I probably will build here just because it'll be quicker in terraforming turns to build a road to this tile. Fun. Do the
Turn
farm
complete.
first. Because they build the mine first to lose nutrients, and the nutrients are more valuable than the minerals. Alright. Wait a second. The defense command. I thought they were growing to size 3. I guess they're growing to size 2. Oops. However, if I want a forest, nice gnarly. I want 3 around it. Run the fence command. The recycling tanks that allow base to be size 5 eventually when it's nutrient equilibrium. Anyhow.
Terraform complete.
Start on a mine. Why not? This won't be done till after the farm. I don't remember if there's a thing where if you have 2, if you can have farmer's waste turns. Like, there were 3 turns to go, and if I had this go on the farm, no, that would reduce it to 2, wouldn't it? Would have been fine either way. But it does make clear what I plan to do with that tile.
Bot recovered.
Oh no. Xenofungal bloom.
Turn complete.
I'm the populator in the game at this point, and the Morganites are the leader in wealth. Unsurprisingly, there's a little more energy, although their bases can't really grow well beyond size 4 without a hap complex, which back in Civ 2, there was a system of pop limits with like aqueducts and such raising it that was continued to Alpha Centauri. It was a decent system. I believe it was also in Civ 3, if I recall. Then 4 worked on more of a soft cap with unhealthiness, and then 5 and 6 just completely screwed up the system. I don't even know how to describe their system, but 6 had this whole housing system that was kind of nonsense. With the exact way it worked, historically, availability of housing really limited population growth. It was usually the availability of food. It's not till modern times where housing became a real issue, where food could be grown in sufficient quantities that the limiting factor became, food, housing instead of food. And that's got more to do with economic inequality and control over land. It's not like there's enough space to have enough housing for everyone, especially if we built up more. People in cities not wanting further densification, but there's no physical limits preventing it. It's more of a how society's ordered problem than a technological limits one. Forest expands. This forest that I just built last turn already expanded. Nice. That's epic. Should see the other one. I haven't done that in a while. Growing moist has a sensor array. Could put a farm there. Way it connects up and such. Yeah, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Both formers here, I can one turn a road, which helps the rover maintain the flexibility to quickly get back this way if need be. Farm will help provide food for a city built just south of the sensor array. Clustering like this does mean the sensor array produces more ecological damage, unfortunately, but it also means fewer tiles defend against mine worms if they wander out of the fungus. They're like the barbarians of this game, the mine worms.
Nutrient resources.
Hydrology pod and nutrient resources. So yeah, that digs a river, which end up connecting to this existing one, making the river longer than it was before. And there's nutrient resources at the head of the river. Awesome. We can get into that unipod.
Turn complete.
Keep exploring this way towards the river.
Insufficient energy.
28 for 11 minerals. I remember correctly, prototypes are more expensive to hurry than most other things. Sorry, hold on. Got caught on the cord from my headphones a little.
Bot recovered.
Ooh, another alien artifact. This guy move here because I was going to move this tile for sure. Start exploring the river from its very beginning. And this, by the way, jungle. Speaking of the monsoon jungle, these tiles are uncapped in food production too, just like nutrient resources. And have a base of +1s. So these are all base 3 food, but with farms they're 4. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's uncapped. And with condensers, which you can build, you can get 6 food production from these tiles right from the beginning of the game with a weather paradigm. So exceedingly powerful. A lot of work to develop it, but yeah, if I can grab the Human Genome Project and the weather paradigm, and develop and grab this area if there's no AI faction that's contesting it, I'll be in great shape. Not see anyone starting the weather paradigm yet, thankfully.
Terraform complete.
Boom, baby. So I'll do a farm there shortly, and then a road south. One of the formers, the other probably get back to safety over here, since the rover can only be on one tile at a time. Or maybe this is rolling rainy. Yeah, maybe I'll probably send formers here until one makes it in and start cutting this fungus, and send the other here for a road. Maybe. Yeah. Rather than having to backtrack. Station the rover here. It's unlikely the mineworms will bypass the rover here and go for a former over there. Stacking the formers too much leads to collateral damage if on more of them.
Indigenous life form.
Darn it. Let's squish that mineworm. Send the green scout patrol to do it. Maybe. No, I should send the discipline. Since the green can become indisciplined if... Nice. Hardened. Shouldn't be throwing away units. I was thinking, well, the green one's worth less and it costs minerals to upkeep, but yeah, also having some units that reach higher levels of experience is good. Get some eventual elite units, which can upgrade their equipment. It's worthwhile. They're already very experienced. I guess these guys will go there. Ooh, another unipod.
Request confirmation.
Eat for 19 energy. Oh, that's standard. There's no extra prototype costs. There's no hurry to get this done yet, though. It's for defense, but because I'll need it eventually. They're off with the colony pod. With the putting energy into rushing it. Because the costs colony pod is probably goes up if the second row is more expensive than the third. And bloody hell.
Confirmation.
Let's do this. Finish my scout rover prototype. Well, ahead of when I can start doing recon rovers.
Production complete.
Alright. Production cost for all rover units is now less. Peacekeeper engineers can start their first vehicle prototype. Engineers working under the university already completed one in 5 years ago. Yep. And a colony pod because I need more bases. Geez, the university is the lead in everything now, even population. They're clearly doing well. Oof, nutrient on a river. Jungle. But the fact that nutrient, this suggests that someone was already here and there was a unipod, which I don't. It could just be a ram. There are a few nutrient bonuses at the beginning of the game. I suspect there's someone around. I haven't seen any borders yet, so we've got maybe not. Borders extend pretty far. You would have expected to find some of those borders if that was the case.
Pod recovered.
Huh, an earthquake which raised the terrain, which did not change the path of the river. Raised the elevation of that tile, I think. Well, created a kind of rain shadow thing which made this area wetter. Cool. Keep exploring. The forest done. Is this rainy before? I thought it was only moist. That was always rainy. This was moist. Forced pushing this fungus. And scout patrol that should go. One tile that can be reached, you could threaten defense command. B. My worms end up there. Go on this rolling moist tile. Since I can also attack my worms, head for this farm that way. I'm taking all these defensive postures, but the odds of my worms showing up at any given time, not great. They're higher on the highest two difficulties, but still good to keep, keep alert. Don't want to get caught with your pants down. And yeah, Scout River, which is actually disciplined rather than green, because it's a prototype. Nice. Let's get to work on that mine. Which actually is 3 turns of work to go, but means next turn 2 turns get done, that'll be 1 to go. Alright. Trying to secure that tile. nice former there. No joy just yet. Another unipod. Should probably get this alien artifact back to friendly territory, though.
Turn complete.
I'll help get this pod, and then the alien artifact, and I probably want to backtrack through this tile. So I have to go through one fungus back to my friendly territory. It's a chance teleportation. I wouldn't want the alien artifact. Darn it. Scout failed. Move in there. Well, alien artifact got done. This means I can upgrade the scout next turn. Also remove the fungus in that tile. The monolith did. Another pod.
Terraform complete.
Completion of that farm. Nice.
Turn complete.
Exploring the jungle.
Insufficient energy.
56 energy. It's 19. It's almost 3 energy per remaining. No. So I thought about the last row being the cheapest. Somewhere there's post the rush costs for stuff.
Please don't. The drones need you. They look up to you.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Not yet. Guy researchers. Well, you do get a. Thought the universe had already done this, but let's go ahead and try and go for the secrets of the human brain. Gaian researchers have discovered the secrets of the human brain. Discovery stimulated a burst of Gaian research. Ah, I was right. There's another faction nearby. God, the Spartans? Really? Okay. Might be a war over the monsoon jungle, because it's valuable terrain. I cannot afford to let the Spartans have it. I am Colonel Santiago of the Spartans. I have Colonel Santiago of the Spartans in Channel 6. Should I put her through? Display the faction leader profile. Do that, but I'll do this first. You can see, always do it here. Welcome to Planet Commissioner Wall. You bring many unique talents to a new world. Permit me to reintroduce myself. I now style myself Santiago, Colonel of the Spartans. In this world, I plan to exercise freely the God-given right to keep and bear arms. Commissioner, all you've been accused of humanitarian whimpering, and many of my followers itch for a military solution. We share files on Centauri ecology as a sign of good faith. Or shall I turn my minions loose to seize them? Some might say this is a bad idea, but it'll help them keep up in the tech race, which will maybe mean that they get techs later I can trade for. And that's not all. Makes them happier with me. I do want to pull off a war until I'm ready for it. So I shall transmit the data. Commissioner, doesn't actually make her happier, sorry, but it does prevent her from getting angry. Commissioner, while my survivalist followers are content to guard their homes in armed peace, suggest we sign a treaty of friendship and stay of each other's way. Fair enough, for now, but I shall guard my borders carefully. Excellent, Commissioner Wall. This treaty demonstrates the plan is large enough for both your humanitarian initiatives and for my military preparations. It also opens the door for trade and commerce between our people, which will help me keep ahead of all the other factions. May the friendship with the peacekeepers and Spartans last forever. We are finished here. Wall out. Oh, and I am apparently in their borders. This does require a withdrawal from the monsoon jungle, which apparently I'm. Yeah, they control. I'll definitely. Friendship will not last, but with the tree of friendship, the peace will last a little longer. You can see their scout patrol is already hardened. Right from the points trained. Train elite military units right off. But I'm outside their borders. But I definitely do want to scout along the edge of them. See just how far they go. skip it. No, it's probably safe there. Okay. Explore. Nah. Skip a turn. I need to prioritize. Getting that alien artifact back. Anyways. This former here. It's the one from the World Health Organization, which I prefer. It was a former for the HQ because building, secret project, World Health Organization. It's competing for any of the projects just yet.
Terraform complete.
Cool. Farm mine, 2 food. You can see it's no longer black fringe because it would have been 3 nutrients without the tech limits. 2 food, 2 minerals. Helps you and HQ build their colony pod faster, which is important. Sorry about the cough. You guys probably couldn't hear it because noise canceling makes it sound like a sneeze, but whatever. Another farm in mine there. And then another one here. So World Health Organization benefits from higher mineral production.
Turn complete.
More unipods. And one thing note, it's good not to contact the Spartans frequently. Because every time I contact them, they can end up demanding techs. Getting annoyed if I say no. So only contact them if there's a reason. It's the smart thing to do. Probably don't want to risk going to xenofungus for no reason. And more fungus there.
Terraform complete.
This is it's fun, rainy, moist. Should probably get the Sampa farm and the rolling moist towel here, and maybe my first solar collector. Not a terrible idea.
Turn complete. Insufficient energy.
41 for 15 minerals. See how it's come down. I might want to, rush that colony pod next turn so that it'll complete the same turn as this final row of nutrients, so no time wasted. Same turn. This fills. This has everything filled. So the base will go down to size 1 almost immediately, bounce back to size 2. No wasted nutrients from the third bar being partly filled. So, yeah, then I probably want to call this video at that point. So, which is where do I want my next base? Yep, this flat and rainy towel would probably seem a good idea. Not guaranteed, but if it's safe.
Turn complete.
Let's go there. Getting a unit out in this area. Take a look around there. Patrol. And their borders just expanded, which means they just built a new base. Ah, a unipod. Cool. I want to aggressively expand this region to have a forward base near the Spartans. Keep an eye on them. And deny them a little bit of land. So you can't build quite as much before the inevitable war. Spartans are very aggressive and they'll almost certainly attack me. Even if I give them the things they want. I can see here. See there. I think actually the visibility, the sensor rays, 2 tiles even diagonally. Probably the defense bonuses too. Interesting. Instead of a sword collector, I want another sensor ray in this tile. Expect war with the Spartans. Nah. This will provide defensive bonuses to the base. Decent visibility, but can't put off science too much more.
Terraform complete.
Where did I complete a terraform? Definitely not there. Oh, forest. Here.
Pod recovered.
Ah, another uni rover. Given the Spartans around, was certainly a good thing. Those in that order because I would not want the artifact to go ahead of the scout patrol. But if guess it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't want this scout artifact to be left behind either, though. Yeah, didn't matter which went first, I guess. Still failed to take that Union pod. Let's send this to try and help retrieve that artifact.
Turn complete. Request confirmation.
Yep. Let's speed that up. Next turn, it will be for 1 turn. This will be a size 1 base, and I'll get right back to size 2. Loss of oil 1 mineral to prevent 2 nutrients from going to waste. Let's do another former unit. Former unit? What am I saying? Nope. Not a colony pod. As the base grows faster, I can build colonies pods. I want to keep expanding my borders quickly. All right. This is a good time as any to cut things. I hope you folks enjoyed the video. Yeah, a little nauseous. It just means I've really overexerted myself, my own COVID. Hope you folks enjoyed the video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. And may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. Until next time, it's Northstar. I do.
Please
And
don't go.
best luck.
The drones need you.